Hormone update videos are always so funny to me. Every time I watch them, they always just make me laugh because every trans YouTuber does them and they're always the same video every single month. Like nothing is being added to the discussion. It's always the same changes. It's like after your 15th hormone update video, Janet, like nothing's gonna change. Like you're gonna be saying the same thing over and over again. And so every time I sit down and I'm thinking of what video to film for the week, this always comes up and I'm like, is it stupid to be like so specific? Like 2 years, 9 months on hormones. What's gonna be so different than like a year on hormones? And when I actually sat down and started reflecting, there is a lot that's different. There's a lot that should be discussed. There's a lot of things that a lot of people might not know hormones change in the body. And I kind of really wanted to like stick to a script of like things that you may not know that hormones can change or will change or might change. All right, to start this video off, I wanted to tell you guys my medications. I take 4 milligrams of estradiol and 200 milligrams of spironolactone a day. So I take a tablet of each in the morning and a tablet of each at night. And yeah, so it's 4 pills a day. I used to take progesterone, but it just didn't have good effects with my body. It kind of sparked me to start gaining weight, and I wasn't a huge fan with that. So if you're considering taking progesterone, I'd say communicate with your doctor, communicate with other trans women, and kind of hear their experiences, and make sure if you do take it and you feel like it's not affecting you in a healthy way, then stop. Don't force yourself to do something because you think you have to. It's only gonna make things harder on you and harder on your body, especially when you're going through hormone replacement therapy. You wanna be as healthy as possible so your body can adapt and make these beautiful changes to you. And so the change that I really wanna start this video off with, that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about in hormone update videos, is dysphoria, because I think there's this glorified idea that if you start hormone replacement therapy, it cures dysphoria. It's like this miracle drug that like you wake up one morning and all the dysphoria is gone. It's not like that at all, and I'm not sure why it's so glamorized like that. Hormone replacement therapy is a slow process. Your changes aren't gonna happen overnight. Although you might want them to, although when you start taking hormones, you might be paying attention every single day, and you start seeing things that are just in your head. You're like, oh my God, my skin feels softer today. And you've been on hormones 2 days. Trust me, I did that. I have like a journal, my first week of when I did hormone replacement therapy, of just like things that I saw changes in, which I was being ridiculous. A week, you're not gonna see really that many differences. It's gonna be a gradual thing. It's gonna take you looking at pictures from like years ago to just realize how much has actually changed. But yeah, dysphoria wasn't cured when I started hormones, and I still wouldn't say that it is. I do experience dysphoria a lot. I think hormones definitely helped. I'm very grateful that I have it, and I'm very happy. A lot of changes have happened, and I feel so much more like me. I feel happier. I genuinely feel happier. But I do and am dysphoric with many things. For example, bottom dysphoria, voice dysphoria, chest dysphoria. There's still things that occur that hormones couldn't quite, help. It's still not an issue of passing. It's an issue of how you feel about yourself and self-love and what you see when you look in the mirror. And hormone replacement therapy isn't gonna help that. So once you do start taking hormones, I do recommend a constant conversation with a therapist. I do recommend constant communication with just a specialist who can help you with your mental health, because it is so important. I cannot repeat how important it is to just see a behavioralist on how to look at things differently. I ever since transitioning, ever since I was like 19 and kind of spiraled before transitioning, I have been disassociating really bad, and it's kind of hard to feel in the moment, especially as a trans woman, especially as a woman. I want to feel myself in this moment, and sometimes it can be really hard because I do experience bad disassociation. And so it's been a constant battle that I have with me and my therapist. We talk about it all the time. And I just really recommend to see someone if you can, as often as you can. I haven't in a few months, which I really feel like I need to, because things are getting a little tough lately. And it might be like this weird switch where like some days you'll feel great, some days things are great, you feel really beautiful, you feel really like yourself, but other days things can be tough and can be hard, and you can be really dysphoric. Dysphoria is this weird thing that can come in waves, and it might not necessarily ever be cured, but hormones does help extremely. So I really advocate for hormone replacement therapy for people who really really believe that they need it. And so the next change I want to talk about is just my appearance overall. Like, if you're a trans woman who has been transitioning for a long time, just look back at a picture of you from like before your transition. It's like the differences are insane, and like things that you might not even be able to put to words, that you just look different. Like my face structure is completely different. My weight distributed to my face, so my face is more round, which a lot of people, you don't know that it's more feminine to appear that way, but it really is. And so my jawbone, like my jawline isn't as strong or prominent as it used to be because my face has filled out. And I had like random cowlicks in my head that were really bad. I still have some, as you can tell right here. I have like some cowlicks in my hair, and I was always so self-conscious because I was really like, oh, this is so masculine. But hormones has started making me grow hair in like those areas. And I've started like going through the reverse process of balding, which is really interesting to me because my family, my mom's side of family, her brothers, her dad, they all balded. And so I was worried that I was gonna bald, but thankfully with hormones, they've really stopped that process. And I started seeing hair growth in places that it's never grown before. So that's really, really amazing for me, and I really, really love that. And I didn't know that it could change things like that. I didn't know that I could grow hair. But yeah, just the differences and stuff like that. It's the most subtle things you'll notice, like by looking back at pictures. So I recommend looking back every like month, every a year, just looking back at the changes that happened, because you'll start noticing things and just being like, whoa, like what the heck? And it took my girlfriend looking at my head. She was like, you're growing hair, like there, like what the heck? So that's really exciting for me, and I love that, and I love those changes exist. So yeah, if you can get a chance, look at that, because so many things that you just don't even know can just flip a switch one day. You're just like, whoa, I didn't realize that this happened. Another thing that I'm very happy about that changed a lot is I don't get misgendered anymore. Even if my voice some days can be a little bit deeper, I don't typically get misgendered. If I ever do, it's by a cis gay man, but that's another topic to talk about at a later date. But yeah, I typically don't get clocked by anyone. Even at my work, not many people know that I'm trans. I don't like go around telling everyone I'm trans. Although I'm proud of who I am, I'm happy with who I am, it's not something that I feel the need to tell everybody. I think my transition is it's like personal to me, and it's not something I want to preach every single day all the time, but it is who I am inside. So I never hide it, but I'm also just not always going around like, announcing everyone that I'm trans. It's just, I just exist, and I'm a woman, and at the end of the day, that's what I am. So yeah, it's really cool to know that I can walk around and just like be treated like myself. People see me as me. I used to be really scared to go into public restrooms. I still am. This weekend I went to Atlanta, and I was by myself, and I was really nervous about like going to the restroom because it was like the South, but no one noticed anything, no one said anything, and it's really great to be affirmed. And I think a lot of people just associate me with like a lesbian because of my aesthetic, but which is fine. I don't take offense to that. Like, I love it, and I love that fact that people see me as me, and I never thought I'd ever see that day. Another thing that hormones changed that I didn't expect was my feet shape. I think I might have talked about this in another video, but my feet have gotten smaller. Before transitioning, I wore an 11 in men shoes, which is pretty big because they don't make those sizes in women's shoes. So when I first started transitioning, it was really hard to find shoes that fit that were women's shoes. But since my feet have gotten a lot smaller, I'm now a 9.5 in guys, which is still very big and still very difficult to find shoes, but I'm less self-conscious about my feet as I used to be. I can now find shoes that I fit in, when before it was definitely really, really difficult, and something that gave me a lot of dysphoria that I don't think enough people talk about. The next change that I want to talk about is my eyes getting extremely glossy, and it's like a change that's so subtle, but adds such like a feminine like appearance to yourself, like having a nice like glossy eye, just eyes that stick out more. And I noticed this like like the first few months is transitioning. And a lot of people are saying like, you know, it's the happiness in you, it's coming out. But that's bullshit. Hormones made my eyes glossy, and I know for a fact, and some people might call me crazy, but I swear to God, they were not like this like bright as before. And not necessarily the color change, but just like the glossiness of them. My eyes stick out more, and it just wasn't what it used to be. So if you think I'm crazy, I probably am, but I swear to you that my eyes have changed a lot since transitioning. So that's a cool thing that I didn't think hormones would change. But another thing is that my body is completely different. The way that I gain weight, the places I gain weight, and how my body's shaped. I have this more like hourglass figure. I wouldn't say it's like the best hourglass example, but like my hips have just widened a lot. And I love that. I love having a thick ass. No, but really, like my hips just stick out more, and it's really cool. I'll show a picture here where I really noticed it, and I was like, whoa, I can't believe that I've changed this much. It really just takes a picture of you to just like look at yourself and go, whoa, what the heck? Where did that come from? But yeah, so my body has changed like crazy. I look at myself in the mirror, and I am self-conscious about certain things like my weight and stuff. My breast size, they're not as big as I like them to be. However, my breasts have grown a lot on hormones, like a lot, and I don't take that for granted, but I do wish that they were a lot bigger. I've been really considering getting breast augmentation even before bottom surgery, so it's kind of this thing that I'm battling with. I don't know what to do, but yeah, for the most part, my body has changed a lot, and I absolutely love that. Just the way that it's shaped. I look at myself and I see a woman's body, and it's amazing. Hair growth doesn't grow as bad, so if you shave your legs, you know, I can go a week without having to shave them again, and that's really amazing. And the last thing that I want to talk about is just my emotions, because my emotions are insane. Like, you have no idea. I can cry over anything. Just like show me a picture of a puppy and I can just start crying. Like, I can cry on command now. And my emotions just are a lot. Sometimes my girlfriend gets mad at me because I'll just cry over anything. She's like, stop crying. But like, I just cry all the time. It's just what it is. And it's one of those things that like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, I can get really emotional over anything. I was emotional before, but like now it's like to the extreme. And the last thing that is really, really great that I've noticed is my voice, my vocal cords have softened a lot. A lot of trans women don't think that hormones change your voice, and maybe for some it doesn't change your voice extremely, but I've noticed such a big difference in my voice. And maybe it's because as presenting myself as a woman, my voice kind of naturally became more feminine. But if I ever try to recreate how my voice used to sound, I can't do it. I can't do it at all, and I'm really not sure why. But all I can really do is conclude to the fact that my voice, my vocal cords just softened. I've read a few things that people have said that it can soften your vocal cords. And it's just crazy how even if I try to talk really deep, and it is still deep, but it's never the way that it used to be or how I used to talk. I'll play a clip right here of how I used to talk, and just look how deep my voice is. I just physically can't. If I try and recreate that, I can't.
So I just kind of wanted to finally start something and hopefully keep it going. So yep, hope you enjoyed the first installment, and yeah, let me know what you think.
My voice was so deep, and my voice has changed so much. Like, I don't even sound like the same person. I know when I look at like my first videos and kind of see the development of my voice, it's crazy to see just how much my voice has feminized itself. Just my vocal cords have gotten softer. Although it's not a giant change like testosterone does for trans men, it is still something that's really cool to see, that I've just like learned to speak more femininely, and my body has changed in that direction. So I think, yeah, basically those are the changes that I've experienced with hormones that people might not tell you about, and I really wanted to share this with you guys. I might have made a video on a lot of these before, but I wanted to give you an updated view on kind of my mindset on these today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you are interested in helping a girl out, I have a Patreon. I'm gonna start trying to put more edited videos on there that I wouldn't put on this channel, like more me talking about my life and personal things. So if you're interested in following me on Patreon, it's only $1 and you get every single exclusive content I give you guys. I'll put like exclusive music on there. I put exclusive like drafts of me singing songs that I'm working on, lyrics that I'm working on all of the above. I try to be as active as I can on it, and I try to give you as much content as I can. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link down below. If you're interested in music, I do have music that is for sale. Some of it's for free. I'll leave links in the description. Yeah, so thank you guys for everything. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'm so excited to be making more videos for you guys in the future. If you have any recommendations for any types of video, please leave a comment down below. But yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the like button, and give me a lot of love. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for everything. See you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.